especially like cheap chains like that Amazon rope chain I bought, you just don't even use that for reference. Just use that as a reason as to why you need to take your trash out because you just threw that thing away. So what's going on, everyone? It's Brandon with your coach of fine jewelry, Shore Personal Jewelry. In this video, I want to ask the question as to why you would spend thousands of dollars on real solid gold jewelry when you can save a lot of money and get the fake plated stuff that looks the same, will last a lifetime guaranteed. Why would someone do that? The pros and cons of buying the real gold jewelry. In case you have any questions or you're thinking about buying either or, we're gonna break it down, show you some side-by-sides, and talk about that real value. With that being said, let's get started. Full disclaimer, guys, I love gold. No matter if it's to hold, no matter if it's to wear, no matter if it's to sell, I find the real value in gold as an asset, especially when I go to sell it. I feel like I'm selling a good product because it has the real money in it. And people try to knock gold. It's been knocked over time. Get crypto instead of gold. You see what happens there. People try to devalue gold as an asset altogether. Now, that is a different conversation for a different day, but I have to set the table because you're buying real value. People, you guys don't spend thousands of dollars on something you really don't value. So you have to value the product that you're buying, and that is gold. When I first started getting into gold jewelry, I saw the 6mm rope chain and I fell in love. I felt it was a perfect size. To me, this 6mm rope looked like this 12mm rope. One, I did not have a lot of experience in gold chains. I did not know. And because I just wasn't used to wearing or seeing chains of this size, it looked massive to me. Beginners with gold chains, usually you go a little smaller, it looks bigger, and then you outgrow it and you start wanting the big boy stuff like this solid gold 12mm rope chain. So back then I didn't have two nickels to rub together to afford one of these chains. Was my thinking to go out and buy a fake chain because I felt this size looked the best on me? It was not. It was to work hard and one day get the real deal. That was my thinking, and that is an important thought. You can go out there and side by side I bought a fake plated gold rope chain. Now, I would not give this to my worst enemy. This thing is terrible. Yes, there's better quality fake gold chains out there on the market. I think I bought this thing on Amazon or eBay. It looks terrible. On the left, hopefully you guys noticed the real versus the fake. On the left, we got the fake gold rope chain, and on the right, you have the real 6mm diamond cut 14 karat gold Jacoji rope chain. You see the quality and the coloring difference there. I don't even know what color that fake gold rope chain is. It just has that fake gold plated color. It's in a category on its own. It's so bad. So there's the difference there, and I wanted to make that point because even though back then I loved that chain, it was never a thought of mine to buy a fake chain to replace it so that way I could have a chain. I always felt one day I will get a chain like this and be able to enjoy it because it was the real thing and what I really wanted. On my neck, I got my 5.5mm white gold 22-inch flat curve. This chain I got 13 years ago, and honestly, I rarely take it off. It is a daily chain, 24/7, 365. That is the benefit of going with a real gold chain because you get to do so. Think about it. Gold has been under our feet for millions and millions and millions of years, and it's good to go. So when you're talking about long-term wear, solid gold is the benefit there, obviously. Now, my definition of a fake gold chain is a chain that's not solid 9 karat, 10 karat, 14 karat, 18 karat, 22 karat, 24 karat. You guys get the point. Silver, although it is respectable, it is not gold. So if you have a silver chain that is gold plated, then it's not a real gold chain, in my opinion. So I bring that point up to you because there's a lot of good fakes, knockoffs that look like the real thing but aren't the real thing. You got to be careful and you got to know what to say, because if you're a beginner and you're trying to buy a gold chain, you might get confused because there's a lot of companies out there that advertise that their fake gold chains will last a lifetime, full warranty, all this good stuff, and you're thinking, hey, I could spend a few $100 on this chain that looks good, has good reviews, or I could go spend thousands and thousands on this chain that they look the same. Why would I do so? I hope by now you kind of are sold on the idea that you're investing in something long-term, because I'll be honest with you, no fake gold chain is gonna outlast a real gold chain. It's impossible, guys. They look good when they're brand new and they're fresh from the factory, but I guarantee wearing a year a fake gold chain, it's definitely gonna show that it is a fake gold chain, and companies hope that you'd be like, well, you know, I spent 200 bucks, like whatever, I'll just throw it away. I won't say anything. It was dumb of me to do so. I will show you guys an example. On the left, we have a 5mm solid 925 sterling silver chain with an 18 karat plating on top versus the 5.5mm solid 14 karat gold flat curve Jacoji flat curve on the right. Now you're gonna see coloring difference, and honestly, that 5mm flat curve looks really good. It has an 18 karat top plating. I can tell it's made in Italy, and I just know how these things work. So it looks high quality. I am not going to lie there. And then the 5.5 flat curve just has a natural lighter 14 karat look to it, and it is solid. The big difference to me, and this is working with chains all the time, that 5mm flat curve is very light for what it is because gold is heavier compared to silver. So you notice the weight difference right away. At least I did. Now, if I was to buy this silver chain that is gold plated with the expectation that this is gonna last more than a few years without it looking terrible, then that's just unrealistic because that's not how it works. Maybe 6 months, maybe a year, but you're definitely gonna start noticing signs of that wear and tear, and that gold's gonna come off, and you're gonna have a base silver metal, which isn't terrible, but it's not what you're going for. A lot of people want that nice high quality look and are not gonna get it. You'll get it at first, but eventually with wear and tear, showering it, working out with it, doing daily activities, that nice shiny gold color is gonna fade. The only real benefit I see with buying a fake gold chain and wearing it is you wanna try the size or the style out. The problem with that is not all chains are created the same. Different manufacturers make different chains, different styles. They wear different, they look different. They may be a little bit bigger, they may be a little bit smaller. So you have to kind of keep that in mind. Don't just go buy a 5mm flat curve and expect every 5mm flat curve that's listed or in a jewelry shop to be the exact same. One could be 5.2, one could be 4.9. You guys get the point, and the links may be different. It'll feel different around the neck and lay different. So I caution that because a lot of people do that, and especially like cheap chains like that Amazon rope chain I bought, you just don't even use that for reference. Just use that as a reason as to why you need to take your trash out because you just threw that thing away. So that is my recommendation for buying fake chains versus buying real chains. I really, if it was me, honestly guys, and yes, we do own Jacoji.com and we sell a lot of gold chains, and it is my best advice to sit here and say buy a real gold chain because that's what we're selling. But I got into this business for my passion, like I explained earlier in this video, the value of gold and just the prestige to wear it and own it. I don't feel like you should buy something just to flex it, even though it is cool. If you're in middle school and high school and you want some chains and you really can't afford it, but everyone's wearing it, that's fine, I understand it. But as you grow and mature and start to want to add value, I'm the type that says go buy a 2.5 or 3mm flat curve and start off with that instead of buying a really nice fake gold chain, because at least you have the value. And once you put that gold around your neck, you're gonna be like, okay, I need to work hard. I need to do this, that to get the next size up. It's just, it sparks a passion. Gold does something to you. If you know, you know. Drop a comment down below if you guys agree. Should you just go with the fake gold because it looks like real gold and spend less money, or should you wait or invest, ball out with that real stuff? That's it for today's video. We'll see you on the next jewelry video.